Hello and welcome back to the Beer Dog Reviews. As always, I'm Chris and today we've got a special delivery. This one's come from a friend of the channel, Brian the Beer Snob. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you do. I'll pop links down in the description box. He's got a fantastic style and he's really reviewed some great beers, and he does it in his own certain way, which is wonderful. He sent me this package here, just arrived. Recording this one on Wednesday, so let's have a look and see what it's like. He's, like I say, he's packaged it up well. Get through that tape. So, if you're not familiar with Brian the Beer Snob, he's based out of Georgia, I think, in America. And he really has reviewed some fantastic beers. And he's sent me a few beers. And I'm going to send him a couple back. See, I've got some American beers to try. And then I'll send him some traditional Somerset beers. He's definitely packaged this up well. After all, you know, precious commodity beer is. Don't want anything to happen to it on the way. So. Might have to grab some scissors. Bear with me 2 seconds. Such good, strong, sturdy boxes. I think I might use these ones to send the beers back to, well, not these beers obviously, but send some beers back to America in these boxes. We're getting there. Apologies for this rather boring start to the video. Gotta get into the old box there, of course. There we have it. Oh, it's certainly packaged well, and I can see already that Brian sent me 9 beers. So, of course, coming from America, get a nice, good old 6-pack there. So, let's have a look and see what goodies he sent me. So, first out the can we've got from the Tucker Brewing Company. It's the Georgia Red Lager. There it is. This one has notes of caramel, citrus and honey and comes in at 5.4%. Next up, from the Mother Earth Brew Company, Syntax Imperial Peanut Butter Stout. Comes in at 8.1%. That looks interesting. And then we have from Wild Leap Craft Beer, Alpha Destruction Double IPA. Comes in at 8%. Certainly looks interesting. Put that to one side a second. Let's have a look at the next. So from Wild Heaven Beer out of Atlanta is their Atlanta Easy Ale. This one's 5.5%. And next up, the Burnt Hickory Brewery Cannon Dragger Imperial IPA. Oh, this one comes in at 8%. And then the next one. I've recently watched Brian's review of this one. This is the Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar Ale with natural hazelnut flavour. This one comes in at 5.6%. Looking forward to that one. And what have we got next? So, from Grumpy Old Man Brewery, it's their Grasshopper Imperial IPA. This one's 8%. And Atlanta Brewing Company again. This is their Hartsfield IPA at 6.2%. And lastly, but by no means least, from Cigar City Brewing, Jai-Alai IPA. Now this one's 7.5%. There we go. Look at that carry case. Isn't that brilliant? Yeah, 6 cans or bottles in there. Nice, easy to carry. So, from Total Wine and More, build your own 6-pack of beer today for Brewery District. Wonderful. Now, I've never been to America, but this is one of those sort of things which just makes me think of the good old US of A. Now you pop into your beer shop, build a 6-pack of beers, and you go home and watch a game of football, chucking the pigskin about, as it were. Lovely. Right, so that's 9 fantastic looking beers here. Can't wait to try them. And what I will do is I'll do a couple reviews of these in this video, and then the other ones I'll have a look at and review them, pop them up probably on the Tuesdays and Thursdays in between my regularly scheduled videos. But this looks fantastic. Got 9 very different types of beer, all from breweries that maybe it's not so easy to get over here. And again, massive thanks to Brian for sending me this wonderful little package of beers. I can't wait to give them a go. I'll see you all again in a minute when I'll be reviewing the first one. So the first beer that I'll be looking at from this wonderful package is the Atlanta Easy Ale from Wild Heaven Beer. There it is. Nice simple design on the can wrap. This one comes in at 5.5%. Now, I have found with a lot of American beers, they don't give a lot of info on the can. This is up to your own taste buds to find that information, if you like. So have a little look. Nope, they've got the standard warnings and whatnot. But really, what else do you need? 5.5%. It's a 12 fluid ounce can, so about 330 ml. Let's get it into a glass. Ooh, that already smells wonderful. I'm thinking 5.5% easy ale. I'm thinking this is going to be a nice, almost a sessionable West Coast maybe. I know Atlanta's not on the West Coast, but it's going to be something like that, or an American Pale in character. Well, it looks wonderful. All out in one go. Very strong carbonation, I can see that straight away. Got a single finger of nice clean white head there. And this pale gold. Very slightly hazy beer, only very slightly. This is not a nucleated glass, and yet that carbonation literally flying up to the top. See, my experience with American beers or American style beers is really just the West Coast and New England IPAs and some questionable lagers, shall we say, or light beers. So, let's have a look at this. It looks fantastic. Looks absolutely wonderful. Let's have a look at the aroma. Nice bit of citrus in there. Grapefruity. Bit of floral on the back, but very light floral. It's not your strong nettly hop character. Certainly not going as far as a piney. It's a very light floral note. But the main thing is definitely that grapefruit and tangerine-y, real ripe citrus fruit. It smells wonderful. It looks wonderful. See what the taste is like. Wow. That is fantastic. It's quite light. Nice bits of grapefruit, orange. Bit of lime and lemon in there. Not too much. Not enough to give it a sourness. Very gentle bitterness on the back end. No real heavy malt in the middle. That's a nice, easy drinking. Sessionable. That's just a good ale. It's got a lot of the characters of an American Pale Ale. And the colour, yeah. So good. There's a little bit of biscuity malt coming in at the back end. Do excuse me, I'm just watching Tyrion. He's trying to pull all of his blankets folded up down behind the living room door there. Trying to drag them all out, so I'm just watching for him to knock the tripod over. Dogs. Back to the beer. There's an ever so slight sweetness. It's on the front end. but then that bitterness that comes at the back, that really carries the beer forward. Not too heavy on the body. Yep, a very good, very enjoyable, sessionable ale. Definitely an American pale. Good quality beer. Excellent carbonation. What more do you need? I could just imagine sitting down with a 6-pack of these and watching the game, as it were. I'm not even a sporty person, but no, I can imagine that. Very good beer. What I will have to do is see if I can pick this one up in this country. If you can find this in the UK, it's well worth it. That's the ATL Atlanta Easy Ale. I'm guessing it's Atlanta. I'm sure that's ATL, isn't it? Wild Heaven beer from Avondale Estates in Georgia. Very nice, sessionable, 5.5% APA. If you can find a can of this in the UK, do try and find it. It's a very good beer. Oh, it's that one. So, finish this one off. I'll see you all in a minute, because I'll be back with another review. See you shortly. Okay, so the next beer that we'll be looking at from this lovely box from Brian is from Atlanta Brewing Company, and it's their Hartsfield India Pale Ale. This one comes in at 6.2%, 12 fluid ounces, about a 330ml can, we'll say. So they say international, exotic, rotating hop. Not quite sure what they mean by that. I'm sure we'll find out. Nice simple design on the label. Reminds me of the it's got a bit of a feel, if you like, to the Barney's Marshmallow Stout. That, you know, see, the 1950s American diner sort of style. I think that's great. As you can see on the can, they've been going since '93. So, I'm only 7 years older than this brewery. George's Original Hartsfield. Well, we'll give it a go. Let's see what it's like. What do they say? Not a lot on the can, as always. Got the independent brewery logo. It's very common to a lot of these small brewers in America. Got the government warnings. And that's pretty much it. So, a 6.2% IPA. Let's have a look, shall we? This one's slightly livelier on can opening. No problem with that, of course. Looks to be quite a light IPA. Quite hazy. Not as hazy as a full traditional New England IPA. I say traditional, obviously the style's not really been about that long, has it? Good mild haze to that one. Solid finger of Nice white head actually. Nice clean white head. Good mix of large and small bubbles. Can't really see the carbonation. You can when you hold it up to the light. To describe it because you can't see it. So it's a nice steady carbonation straight through the middle of the glass. Fairly medium speed. It's not a fast rushing carbonation, but it's also not a slow ease off, if you like. Nice straw coloured beer. Straw coloured, easing into a pale gold maybe. Yeah, looks interesting. There's tropical fruits in there. Definitely tropical fruits. Nice bit of citrus. I think the tropical fruits I'm getting mainly, they're guava, touch of passion fruit, no pineapple, no mango. On the citrus side it's a touch of astringent citrus, so bit of lemon, just a touch of grapefruit maybe. Smells interesting. Just get the last bit out. And do we have any sediment? No sediment to speak of. Again, just that mild haze. Let's have a look. Well, that's an interesting one. Get the bitterness at the start. It's right on the front end of the palate. It brings forth the beer, if you like. It's quite crisp. There's a dryness in there, which I like that in a beer. It makes you go in for the next mouthful. The fruit qualities are slightly hidden by the bitterness. It's not always a bad thing, of course. It's not quite a sessionable beer, certainly not like the Atlanta Easy Ale, but it's very drinkable. It's not a heavy bitterness, it's quite strong but not, how can I word it? It's strong but not heavy. If you, I'm trying to think of a beer which has that sort of strong but not heavy bitterness, and my mind's just gone blank, but that's okay. We can, I'm sure you could all think of something that can fit that profile. And that's the quality I'm mainly getting here. It's a nice flowing bitterness, but it's not weighing you down, as it were. It's a very nice beer. That dryness is really coming out now. very enjoyable. Another good beer. Yeah. That's from Atlanta Brewing Company, their Hartsfield IPA. George's Original. Very nice. 6.2%. You can easily sit down, enjoy a couple of these of an evening. That's definitely not a bad beer at all. I think what I might do is, as I work my way through this box of wonderful beers, I'll make a little tally, if you like. Work out which are the best. Put them in some sort of a ranking. So, another good beer from a good old US of A. I'll see you again in a minute for another review. Okay, so the next beer and the last beer for this video will be from the Burnt Hickory Brewery Cannon Dragger Imperial IPA. Let's have a look at the can. There, you've got a good old cannon on the old label there. It's a fairly simple design, quite nice though. There's a big difference between simple and boring. This is simple and effective. I like that. Let's have a look at the can. Now, for once, with an American craft beer, we do get a little bit of notes. So, brewed and canned by the Burnt Hickory Brewery, Kennesaw, I hope I'm saying that right, Georgia. A lot of hops and cannons can go a long way. Best get them cannons up that hill. So this is 12 fluid ounces. So 330ml roughly. 8% ABV. It's an Imperial IPA. Unfiltered. Got the old Craft Brewers Association there. I'm guessing it's a bit like America's camera and so on. Government labels. They say, do they say anything? No, we've got no tasting notes at all. Of course, by now, you know me, that's no problem at all. I'm never one to fully believe the tasting notes on a can anyway. Prefer to have my own opinion. So, let's get it out and into the can. Into the can? Into the glass. What I do like with these American beers is you open the can, the beer's right up to the ring pull. No half measures there. So, it does feel strangely appropriate reviewing these beers today. Obviously it's the big election day today, so I won't get into any political discussion. Suffice to say that I'm not a fan of Wotsits. So, oh, wow, look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. You've got just over a finger of creamy, fluffy head on this solid amber beer. Good haze to it. And something I've never said before. There's actually good weight to this beer. You can feel it in your hand. That is... It looks amazing. Look at that beer. That is stunning. See, just hold it out to the light. See if there's any carbonation I can see. Even holding it right up to the light, can't see a thing through it. It's not a bad thing. Many beers, it's actually a good thing. Let's get the last little bit out. There we go. Now, when I poured that last bit in, I can see the carbonation flying up the side of the glass there. So, you know it's good carbonation in there. Well, you can see that with the head, can't you? Look at that. Malty. Sweet biscuit malt. Bit of bread in there. Brown bread. There's a almost nutty aroma. Such a complex aroma coming out of that beer. That smells wonderful. And it smells like nothing I've had before. Can't wait to get into this one. Oh wow. That's different. That's unbelievable. Do excuse me. It's a really strong bitterness. Good astringency. Hate that word because really hard to say, isn't it? But it doesn't linger. There's a nuttiness that rolls in. There's a back note of sweetness in there. You can taste the alcohol actually. That's a bit different for me because obviously with most doubles and imperials they try to hide the alcohol. They don't in this. You can feel it right down the throat there. Which actually I like. You know, you're drinking a probably 8%. Not wearing my glasses is a bit, yeah, it's a bit hard for me to see it. Yeah, you're drinking an 8% beer. Sometimes it is nice to know that you're drinking that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this is wonderful. Smooth nuttiness. Nice rolling bitterness. The carbonation isn't so heavy that it distracts you from the taste. Nice body to the beer. It's quite dry. Always nice. Then you've got the initial dryness. There's a mild sweetness in the middle. Good malt. Does leave a little lacing on the glass there, look at that. And for a canned beer, that is amazing. Rich red colour. nice red amber. This is, oh, a fantastic beer. If I saw something advertised with all of those qualities, I might think, oh no, I'll give that one a miss. So glad that Brian sent me this, because this is amazing. It's got so many qualities in this one beer. I literally can't put it down. Very good beer. Oh, that one was Cannon Dragger from the Burnt Hickory Brewery. Obviously, we've also had Hartsfield from Atlanta Brewing Company, and ATL Easy Ale, I'm guessing that's Atlanta Easy Ale, from the Wild Heaven Beer Company. There we go. 3 fantastic beers. So, I'll do another video probably tomorrow with the next 3, and then the final 3 I'll do again the day after maybe. Some fantastic beers so far. Really enjoying this little package from Brian. Cheers to you all. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to Brian the Beer Snob, I do advise it. I'll put the link right down there in the description box. You know, he sent me some fantastic beers. He's got a very unique style for his channel. It's really entertaining, and he gets all the information right out. Cheers to you, Brian. Thanks for these fantastic beers. And as always, I'll pop the links for my Twitter, my Instagram and my Facebook right down there in the description box. And I'll see you all again next time. Happy drinking.